Welcome, Internet. I am Zachamus Prime, aka Zachamus Prime, here with another Transformers official review. And so, a little bit of preface on this. A couple of weeks ago, just before I moved into my new house, I took a vacation and I went down to California and I did a few things, including I went to Universal Studios. At Universal Studios, they have Transformers the Ride, and afterwards, there's a gift shop, and they're like, buy all of our crap. And one of their crap is this deluxe class Evac. Now, Evac is a character that is specific to Transformers the Ride. He is actually the ride that you ride in. So they're like, yeah, Evac. It's actually kind of cool being at Universal Studios. So the queue, the line, while you're waiting, it like goes through this like nest facility, right? So there's like all this stuff to look at. They've got props, like they've got like the Allspark shard from the second movie, and like Scorponok's tail from the first movie, and like stuff like that. But there's also like screens showing, General Mooreshower, and he's got some things to say, and then it's got like Evac, and he's got some things to say, and it gives you like a little bit of backstory for this ride. And then you get on the ride, you put on your 3D glasses, you get on this thing, and it's a motion simulator, but it's also like on this like track, and it goes all around, and it's like you're watching these screens in like 3D, and then you're like transitioning through these like hallways and whatnot, and it's like you're like power drifting and like doing all sorts of crazy stuff, and like it's really cool. It's actually fun. I liked it a whole lot. What is up with my finger? There's a thing on my finger I just noticed. It's weird. Anyhow, so I knew that they were selling this figure at the shop there, and I was like, yeah, if I only get like one thing from the shop, it's definitely going to be Evac. So I picked him up, and he's all right. I don't know that he's necessarily. I mean, okay, so you're paying $30 for this figure, which yeah, $30 is pretty steep for a deluxe class figure. But I mean, he's unique. He's exclusive. You can only get him there or eBay. But I mean, you can only get him there. So I picked one up, and he's kind of fun actually. I like him. He definitely feels very heavily of a Dark of the Moon, Revenge of the Fallen era figure. But yeah, so let's get into his posability. He's got a ball jointed head, but it looks up and down a bit, rotates like so. No real side to side on it. Like there's a tiny bit, but not a whole lot. His shoulders are on a ball joint here. They'll go out that much. They'll rotate around freely like so. He does have a transformation joint here, so you can get like a little bit of a semblance of a butterfly joint in there. He's got an upper bicep swivel that is hindered slightly by this big old tire on his shoulder. He's got about 90 degrees of bend in his arm, which is about like normal. No waist joint, sadly. His legs will kick all the way forwards and all the way backs, and he'll go out basically a full Van Damme, and then his ankle will tilt to match. Sorry, I forgot to mention his knee joint. His knee joint is a little less than 90 degrees actually. A little sad, but oh well, what do you do? He's got an ankle tilt though, so he's a good quality figure. No front and back tilt on it whatsoever. But he's kind of a fun figure. In terms of other stuff he's utilizing the clip system that was real big with the Transformers during that time. So he's got a 3mm clip here, 3mm clips up on his shoulders, and that's pretty much it. Oh, don't you do that, buddy. Yes, stay bent. Get bent backdrop. He does have a little bit of a wing system on the back, but it works out fairly well. So to get this guy transformed, oh, by the way, in accessories, he has 0 accessories. What you see is what you get. To get him transformed up, we're going to start by disconnecting this backpack. You're just going to kind of pull on it. There's a hook here. You got to kind of flex it a bit to get it hooked and unhooked. But, you know, it flexes. It flexes okay. Take his little waist guns here and flip them up like that, because that's going to come into play later. You are going to pull on this, and this whole thing is going to disconnect. You're going to rotate this. There we go. Pull on this all the way around. You're going to rotate this all the way around so that this part is facing out. And then this whole assembly is going to turn 180 degrees. This will flip down. This will flip up. You notice that these guns are now going to poke through this. If you don't transform those guns, they'll poke out the bottom and then they'll look weird. These are going to rotate around like this and like this. They'll kind of seat into place. I'll show you that in a moment. And then what you're going to do is you're going to fold these arms in like so. But then you're going to rotate them at the shoulder like so. And they are just going to sit like this. And there's these pegs right here that go into these tabs on the back of his arm. So you'll plug those in. And his hands are just kind of folded together into like little heart shape. Because he loves you. Because he's saving your ass in the ride. We're going to fold this part down. And then bring this up and over the tire. We're just going to kind of bring this up and over the tire and just kind of hang that out there for just a second. While we get all of this into position, we're going to collapse this down so that this front detail lines up. There's little holes on the feet. I don't know if you can see that. There's a hole right there. There's a tab right here that's going to go in like so, like so. Fold these down. These are going to fold in and click into place, and then this is going to click into that. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Evac all transformed up. He turns into sort of like a weird jet-powered sports car kind of a thing. This is actually the ride, like the thing that you actually ride in at the show. You can see in here, there's like these 4 seats. And at Universal Studios, there's actually 12 seats. Or is it 9? No, it's 12. I don't remember. You can fit like, there's 3 rows, and then you can fit like 3 or 4 people in the row. I don't recall offhand how many people was in a row. And then this whole side comes down over it and closes you in. It's open on the top so that you can see everything just fine. But yeah, so it's kind of fun that he looks like the car, you know, the ride at the Universal Studios, and then he rides around and does stuff. Not a whole lot to say about this guy. He kind of has some clearance issues. Like, it's not a perfect figure. It's not even, I would say, an amazing figure, but it is an exclusive figure, and it is a memento from a real fun experience. He's got a little hole up there. I wonder what that's for. Maybe he was supposed to come with a weapon at some point, and he ended up not. I don't know. But yeah, that's it for Evac. I'm not sure what else to really say about him. But he's kind of fun. If you find yourself at Universal Studios, I mean, definitely pick one up, because there's nowhere else that you can do that, you know. And then you can put it on your shelf or show it off to your friends and whatnot. And be like, hey, I've got this, you know, exclusive figure from you know, a cool ride. And that's really what going to Universal Studios is all about. It's about making the memories, not necessarily about buying the overpriced gifts. But anyhow, thanks so much for watching. You guys are all fantastic. I love you all. Thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up down here. And Leave me comments if you feel like it. Tell me if I suck. If you feel like it, tell me if I'm awesome if you feel like it. And I will catch you guys on the flip side. See you around. Bye.